What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. Yes, I am on the opposite side this time. Don't adjust your screens, honey. It's not a technical issue. It is okay. We are yet and still here. All right. Anyways, and that wasn't an indication for Jennifer to switch it. I just wanted to mention that was the case in case somebody in the comments wanted to say something. Hey, Joe Nathan and Jennifer, y'all just switch sides this time. Anyways, a couple things of what you guys will do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash it. So go ahead and mash it, why don't you? Also, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Let us know you're enjoying the content that I'm creating and giving to you guys here on this YouTube platform. Be sure to leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the topics that we're discussing tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody out here know that JoJo Speaks is here in these YouTube streets. I got my sis Jennifer back. She's back home too. Y'all made it home safely. I'm so glad. And I should have known that you were going to tell me over Discord that you had gotten back home. And that's the main reason why I checked the Discord, because I was like, I literally said, Jennifer, text me. But, hey, it is okay. The Discord was there and I saw it there as well. So I just got to get used to it.
Easier for everybody to get it at the same time to put it in one place.
And yeah, that is very understandable. I want to give a shout out to Smiling with Erin D. I was there today for her Disney trivia, that she did, because one of her subscribers and one of my subscribers, Lady Virgo, asked her to do the trivia when she reached a certain milestone in her subscriber count. So shout out to Erin D. And I will make an effort to support you a little bit more, Erin, because you're almost always here, and so I need to show some reciprocity, girl. So I love you, Erin. Thank you so much for always looking out for me all the time. And congratulations. And congratulations to you on your milestone, and also to your Philadelphia Eagles. They had their parade. I think it was last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And so I heard. And so yeah, it was something serious. But anyways, yes. Do we have any comments to get to before we get to our hot topics, Genesita?
Absolutely, we have all kinds of hot topics, and all kinds of comments. Dustin's here.
Hey, Dustin.
Hello. And Smiling with Erin D said hello to everyone.
Hey, Erin.
Hello. And Lady Virgo is here and available and in space. Hello.
Hey, Lady Virgo.
Auntie Robin says, Miss Auntie Robin checking in, as she says.
Hey, Auntie Robin.
Hello. And Robin said hello to Dustin and said, hey, Erin 2000. Absolutely. Congratulations again. Smiling with Erin D said hello. Bianca has made it in. She made sure to say happy Thursday, everybody.
Hey, Bianca.
All right. And everybody saying hello to everybody. It's so cute. Oh, thank you, Erin, for putting in my link. Y'all just too sweet. For the Light of Leo, my channel. Thank you so much. Let's see. Bianca said hello to everybody. Erin said, "Ow," and she said, "She says, I love you, JoJo and Jennifer.
I love you
too. Love you too. Absolutely." Miss Kim said, "Hey, JJ."
Hey, Miss Kim. What's going on, though?
Erin says, "Eagles flew high." Okay. Shoot.
Yes.
Come on, Patty. Anyway,
flap the wings, honey. Flap the wings.
Isn't Patty LaBelle from Philly?
She is. She is from Philly and still lives there, if I'm not mistaken.
She been flapping her wings. Anyway. Okay. Bianca says, congratulations, Smiling with Erin D. Some more happy Thursdays. Miss Kim said hello to everybody in the chat. And Erin made sure to post the Faithful Warrior Ministries link. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We certainly will be there this Saturday, 10-ish a.m.
Absolutely. So I'm sure everyone has heard about this. The Delta plane that flipped upside down and crashed landing at Toronto's Pearson International Airport. When I first heard it when I was eating breakfast the other day at this cafe, and this older woman came to our table who knows my father. She said, "Yeah, did you hear about the plane that flips upside down?" Then I got home and then my mom told me about it. I had never heard of something like this happening before. Ever heard about a plane literally flipping upside down before? I saw footage of the actual landing. There was fire. There was smoke. The wings were detached, and I had not known this until my mother told me this, but apparently they've engineered the plane so that if there's any type of crash going on, that the wings actually detach from the plane, because that's where the engines are, and that's to avoid any type of explosion or anything of that nature that's happening. There were videos of people who were actually on the plane literally upside down while they were filming in the plane. Thankfully, there were no casualties. I'm so glad that there were no casualties, because if I was on that plane, I would be preparing to say hey to the master, honey. Okay. And also, Delta Airlines is set to offer $30,000 to passengers who were in that Toronto plane crash. And I'm assuming that's 30,000 a piece, because it'd be sad if they had to split that that $30,000. I'd be ready to sue, honey. But Jennifer, what were your thoughts when you heard of this? This was my first time ever hearing of something like this happening.
Yeah, things don't happen, like that around here in these streets that often, especially for us scared as people are of flying. Um, it's just not an often occurrence, and it's just really sad, really sad. Um, I can only hope and pray that you know things get better with it. It's like I don't have a whole lot of words,
Yeah,
but
it's
this is
it's
why I see video after video of people anointing their flight with oil before as
yes.
they're getting on there
I was
because
I was just about to bring that up. I saw that video of that woman who was putting holy oil on the plane before she
as
actually
she
got
should,
on. And you know what? I mean, take all the precautions that you can, honey. I
as
mean,
you
do
should.
all the things that you can to make sure that you descend and you ascend safely. Safely.
Absolutely, and it's that's scary. Miss Kim says, "I would have screamed until I passed out." Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, personally, everybody will become used to hearing my prayer language.
Right. Yes. Yes. They'll
That
probably be able to reenact it themselves by the
absolutely,
time
they'd be able to
we
repeat how I would sound. Oh, she was like, "Tete con dedos." let, let me tell you something. I would have
to
been
the
out there
top of
commanding
your
angels,
lungs.
honey.
Okay. From where?
From the heavens.
Okay,
Okay.
not from Africa.
They look here. I ain't gonna command no angels to come from no other place. Cause let me tell you something. First of all, I got my own angels.
Okay.
And number two, Africa need their angels too. So God bless. You know what I'm saying? like,
Right.
ain't nobody got time to try to siphon angels from other places. Look,
Okay. Make them leave their post.
okay. T.D. McCullum says lots of love to everyone. Uh, and everybody waving and saying hey to T.D. McCullum. Um, yeah, I said hey to T.D. McCullum. Miss Kim said I finally booked my flights. Oh yes, for your next work trip in April. We're gonna pray and pray hard because things are out here in these streets. And what's kind of uh unnerving, something that I saw recently. One thing I can say when it comes to the prophets that are speaking, I tend to go towards the lesser known prophets because they usually ain't got
Mm,
nothing to prove, ain't trying
yeah.
to say nothing dynamic to gain some kind of notoriety
Or clicks.
or clicks exactly. But I did see one prophet that's prophesied months ago about he's a traveling pastor. He goes from church to church,
Hmm.
with them asking him to come and preach at his church at their churches or whatever.
Right.
And the Lord told him there's going to come a time where you need to start getting on the road. You're going to need to not fly for a while.
Mm,
It's going to be a season of that. And just like everything that goes on, there's a season. Um, And yeah, it apparently that was right. He got used to driving.
Right. It's quite a bit. There was another two plane crash in Arizona.
Mhm.
I think it was either earlier today or yesterday. That plane crash that happened in DC, where the helicopter crashed into the plane. The plane crashed in Philadelphia. Like this is, we need to stay prayed up, y'all. We
It's
need to
telling.
stay prayed up.
There was also, I saw recently, I'm sure it was on TikTok, I believe. I should send that to you too. There's a pilot that, you heard over the intercom thing. He said, "You know what? We gonna have to cancel this one." Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, the pilot's like, "We're gonna have to cancel this one. This is going wrong with the plane. That's going wrong, and I just don't feel right." And he said, "No," and I think they were flying to Hawaii too. I was like,
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
"Go with those gut feelings." You hear me?
Absolutely, because you don't want to be the next news bulletin,
Okay, and then
news
also on
headline.
top of that, I'll get off my soapbox in just 2 moments,
You good?
but just remember any of those awkward feelings, those feelings that you have inside, or anytime things are canceled, things are moved around and stuff, just continue to, be grateful that God is doing his thing for you. Don't be too upset with movement of arrangements and things of that nature.
Hmm.
It just, just know that God is continuously working out for you. So continue to pray. Pray for the safety and everything, and we'll
Absolutely,
be praying with you. T.D.
and and
McCullum,
and
go
flow
ahead.
with the spirit, y'all. Flow with the
Absolutely,
spirit. Flow with the spirit, you guys.
because those feelings don't come for no reason.
They don't.
T.D. McCullum says there's a time and season for everything. Absolutely.
All right, so we've got the aftermath of the whole halftime show. We spent the almost the entire show last week talking about the halftime show.
Yes.
Um, I was about to say Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar. He's made hip hop history with three of the top 10 albums on the Billboard Hot 200, or the top Billboard Top 200 list. That's the album chart, overall album chart. And I thought that was just the hip hop chart. No, that's the entire album,
Mm-mm.
like the entire album, top 200 album chart. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar for that. That's no
And
surprise.
and this, my dear, is why they don't pay you to perform at the Super Bowl halftime
They
show.
don't have to, because the revenue will pour in.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there nowadays, since people kind of want to disassociate with what's going on in these streets. They're digging into other things, and I've seen a lot of videos like really wanting to understand what happened at the Super Bowl. And then, of course, when you start going into those onion layers, you'll keep on going, and those layers go into his albums as well. So people are really getting their education these days. So yeah, that makes
Absolutely.
sense.
Absolutely. And speaking of casualties of the halftime show, Drake and the Party Next Door, they released their joint album. Charlemagne gave his thoughts on the album. He said that it lacked soul. And one of the lines in the album, I'm sorry, on the song "Give Me a Hug," which kind of gives you a feel of the vibe of this album. It's kind of like a love type of album. It's kind of like a coming together as one type of album, I guess. But one of the lines says, they be dropping ish, but we be dropping harder ish. F a rap beef. I'm trying to get the party lit. So I don't know if Drake is bowing out of the beef. He's saying he's throwing up the white flag with the beef, because now he's saying like he's not with the beef, even though he started said beef. However, now he's saying that he's not with the beef, and you can have that. I don't know exactly how the general public is receiving this album. I haven't heard that many good and or bad things concerning the album, but then again, I'm not really in the hemisphere for music right now, so of course I wouldn't know. But Jennifer, have you heard anything concerning this new Party Next Door and Drake collab album? And does it surprise you that Charlemagne is saying that it lacked soul, which I don't expect much soul from either one of those artists? But proceed.
Of course, I'm TikTok heavy. So from what I'm seeing there, I do look at a lot of people that are not biased, thank God.
Right.
Um, but from what they said and from what I've actually heard myself, I've heard a lot of snippets of a bunch of different songs.
Okay.
But it just sounds like, like old Drake, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of rapping, a little bit of, randomness. I think the stupidest song was Padre. He's speaking a little Spanish in there. It was stupid to me. I think that, or maybe the worst. I don't know. But that's one that's blowing up on TikTok. I keep on hearing it, and people just laughing at it, which is not nice. But
Uh,
I'll have to say, from what the bulk of people are saying is that it's an okay album. That's why it did as well as it did. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Um, some people are saying it was a flop. I don't believe it was a flop. You can't be number 1 on R&B charts if it was a flop.
No, not at all.
And 200 something thousand, that's not a flop. It
No.
may not be what he's used to getting, but that's
Right.
certainly not a flop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, so it did what it did. People are looking at it, enjoying it, and listening to it. Some people really like it. Some people don't feel like it's enough. And it was funny, like a lot of people are listening to a whole lot of Kendrick Lamar and looking for substance in music. And then when you step into something that's really shallow, it's like
There's the difference there. That's the difference there.
but no hate or anything. People say it's some people say it's a Party Next Door album that he took over because he needed to hurry up and put something out. That's
Right.
what a lot of people are that's what some people are saying as well.
Charlemagne said it sounds like a Drake album, and the party next door was just kind of on it. There. He was just kind of there
Yeah, because from
in
what I heard,
attendance.
I hardly heard the man.
Right.
I've kind of felt sorry, like, hold on. But to be honest, from what I've seen, and part of the huge reason why people are going after him, not just Kendrick, is for how he treats people.
Mm.
You write albums and huge songs, and he takes them away from you. That's happened often. I've seen so many video after video of how many flows and literal words that he has taken from people's songs.
Oh,
Like, it's
wow.
not just Soldier Boy. And it's not just a few albums. No, it's his literal whole career, um, and everything that people know about him in the background. So it's as far as the beef or whatever, child, the beef was done ever since uh Not Like Us came out, in my opinion.
Right.
He would be smart to not even mention any of that, but he is apparently um emotionally affected by the whole situation, and he feels no choice but to have to mention something. It's like
Well,
he kept on making things worse.
he's a Scorpio. He can't help it. He can't
He
help it. He
it
cannot
was
help
a
it.
TKO, Jonathan. He need to let it go, honey.
A knockout. Oh my goodness, what a knockout. And but before you get to the comments, did you get into that little beef between Soldier Boy and Marlon Wayans? Because Soldier Boy got a little bit upset with Marlon calling him out for performing at that crypto party.
He's
And
upset at everybody that called him out.
right, exactly. And you don't come for comedians. Like that is a no-no. They will drag you like a regular person can't drag you. Like they'll drag you on a different funny level. Like you can't come back from it, even though I'm sure Soldier Boy will find a way to come back. But
But you especially don't come for a comedian that you have begged through DMs to be put on the movie.
exactly. Like
So
when you have receipts, honey.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I really don't think Soldier Boy cares. Like, I think he just jumped on that just to kind of have a voice in the moment and to just respond
No,
to it.
the reason why he said it is because he cared.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay.
cares about what people saying because he knows that his fame slash money slash everything else is like in a balance at all times. That's
At
the reason
all
why he
times.
performed because his fame,
Needed
his
the
money,
De Niro. Okay.
he had to be there. So So I'm not surprised that he said what he said and tried his best to go up against him.
Child. Anyway, do we have any comments before we get to the next story?
Hmm. Miss Kim said that was a corny bar. It was.
It was.
Um,
Sounds like he wrote it himself.
the lady Virgo. He didn't have any assistance with that one. Hey, Deanna.
Hi,
Welcome on and
Deanna.
good evening
Thank
unto
you for being
you.
here. Love your profile picture, girl. It's beautiful.
Yes. Miss Kim says Drake should have remained in his circle. He was the cool singing rapper, not confrontational, but he has grimy ways. That's the problem.
He does. And I have to say, I was surprised to hear Charlamagne says he doesn't like to hear Drake sing. I love hearing Drake sing. Like, I love Drake's singing voice. I love it when he
Like,
sings personally.
like think of the songs that he's did for or helped write or joined in, like with Beyonce, like with that Mine song. I enjoyed that
Right.
song, and he's helped written other songs as well. But then again, he did Beyonce wrong too. See, you can't be doing. You can't think that you're bigger than the music.
Right. Yeah.
Even was it Eddie Ruffin? He had to find that out himself. Is that his name?
David Ruffin?
David Ruffin. Thank you.
Hmm.
David Ruffin had to find that out too. You can't be bigger than the.
Can't be bigger than the group. Can't be bigger than the
Because
group.
if you were good enough to be by yourself, you'd be by yourself before you even got in here.
Exactly. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yeah, okay. The show
I
kept on
guess it.
coming.
Okay, and they won't be coming to see you, sir.
Okay. Anyway, um, T.D.
God
McCullum
bless the
said,
dead. God bless
"Oh
the
yes,
dead.
God rest him." Um, T.D. McCullum says, "Nope, it's disrespectful to corn." Oh Lord. Robert says, "If you could be number one, you can be number one if you're labeled dot dot dot." Well,
There you go. There you go.
and I do agree that there could be some push for Kendrick, but let's be real. I believe the root of the push is his own music. It's the fact that he's just saying what he's saying and doing what he's doing.
Here's my thing.
Hmm.
You can't force something to be popular, at least not in my opinion, because if you keep putting it out there and putting it out there and putting it out there and no one wants to listen to it, they're eventually going to scrap that song and have it not to, because it's money being made as these songs are being played. So things don't yes, there is such thing as payola. I get that. I really do get that. However, things don't blow up because they're forced to blow up. They blow up because people like it. People want to
Not
hear it
to that
over and
level.
over and over again. Yeah, not to that level, not to a not like us level. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, and with Kendrick being the type of artist that he is, ain't no way that was just pushed out there and pushed out there and pushed onto us like that. No,
Mm-mm.
there was a groundswell about that song, and it gained traction, and it there was a rise with that song, and it got big because it was just that good. So
And listening to it is not simple. You want to hear a
right,
lot of those things you want to hear over and over again.
exactly.
So, I it's another reason why I've heard it so many times, and of course, like on TikTok, it's just over and over. And child, I even heard Tyrone watching the Super Bowl edit over, and child, it's real out here in these streets. Lady
Real,
Virgo says, "Praying hands for Miss Kim's flight." Deanna
absolutely.
says, "Right, party next door felt absent." Yeah, I think the only thing he did was right. Hmm.
Unfortunately.
Deanna says BBL Drizzy has stolen lyrics word for word without shame. Exactly.
You can't be doing that. You can't be
And he
doing
also
that.
stolen, rappers, up and coming rappers,
Mhm.
stolen their girls. You know what I'm saying? Have them
That's not surprising.
say, I'm gonna, let's get in the studio together. They come into the studio together. All of a sudden, the rapper by himself in the studio, working on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Getting together, writing down lyrics. Drizzy Drake going, and he going with the man's fiance.
Okay, and but past the back door, honey. Okay.
So it's like there's a lot of things that have been done in horrible spirits against him. I believe that Drake is an amazing uh,
I think he's an amazing artist.
No,
He's
I
good.
think
He's good at what he does.
it's amazing story of karma.
Mm.
How you receive what you put out. And on top of that, how you gonna try to sue for the same things that got your albums big? Foolishness. Deanna says the beef has been all has been well done and Maria tacos. Okay.
Okay.
Been in the crock pot.
Well done.
Okay. Well
This shit is
done.
burnt.
Robin says, did you hear Marla's country song about Soldier Boy? Wow.
I did not. Oh, I need to look for
We
that.
gonna have to look for that. Somebody put it in that Discord, dang
Please
Uh,
do.
Deanna says, say that again. Receipts.
Receipts.
Deanna says, love y'all. Love you too,
Love you
Deanna.
too,
God
Deanna. Thank you so
bless.
much for being here.
Miss Kim says, if I was Drake, I'd buy an island and nobody would see me until summer 2027. Drop a summer jam and it's all forgotten. Miss Kim,
Okay.
but that is perfect though. 2027 is enough time to be missed.
Right.
And when you drop with that summer jam, the love, okay? And especially as long as that summer jam don't say nothing about nothing that happened in the past.
Right.
Because I don't want to hear you talk about it's like everything's been proven, everything is even down to the 11-year-old child, baby girl. Child, it's coming out. Ooh,
Ooh.
child. Because they said her granddaddy posted her.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Bianca
my.
says a Soldier Boy cared because he's too emotional. Y'all remember when Jessica Dime got him together? I'll beat your A word up, Soldier Boy. Yeah, I'll beat your A word, Soldier Boy. Yeah,
She
yes, she
probably could
would.
take his skinny behind too.
Oh yes, I believe it, and that's the problem. Everybody else believed it too. I'm sure he was in his feelings. He needs to stop taking them drugs.
All Jessica got to
Allegedly.
do is sit on that man. That's all she has to do is sit on him with her round rump, and he will
Okay.
be done.
Done. T.D. McCullum says, did y'all see the stage drone video? Oh, did y'all see the stage drone video Drake posted chasing the drone away with a flip flop? The drone was playing Not Like Us.
Oh wow. I did not see that.
Yes. So this was at the penthouse that he's in Australia during
Okay.
his Australian tour.
Right.
So a video came out to make it seem as if people are, flying drones to try to, get a glimpse at Drake. So people all immediately noticed that it was fake. The only reason why I immediately said it was fake was because when he threw his orange slide, it's like he had no kind of aim, like it wasn't coming towards the camera at all. It's like the drone is here and he threw it that way. You know
Over
what I'm
there.
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
like, why is his aim so horrible? Maybe he needed to get dragged. And then people were saying that it was like a promo or something for whatever fan thing or whatever that was on his laptop at the time, a website that was open on his laptop at the time. But yeah, that was
Mm.
yet another sad thing that has happened. God bless him.
Yeah.
Deanna says, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Bianca says, I'm over Drake at this point. HOA music has, music was more of my 20s self. Do you mean home music? I don't know. I've outgrown him and the foolishness at this age. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Dustin. Dustin says, glad you got home. Let's see. Robert says, you don't know that my comment you do know that my comment was aimed at Drake's accusation about the label not pushing not like us, right? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
uh, Deanna says, then he bought back my my bell bottoms from 2006. Absolutely. Them pants were pantsing, honey.
Pantsing and flowing
Okay.
and
And
flaring.
Deanna says, now BBL Drizzy stole the Duolingo owl.
Really?
I love TikTok. Yeah. They're saying
Wow.
the Duolingo owl has gone to glory.
Yikes.
Rest in peace. Miss Miss Kim says, "Baby Adressy, baby Adressy." Miss Kim says, "I'm not going to lie. At one point, Drake could have easily snatched me from the love of my life."
I'm with
Absolutely.
you on that, Miss Kim. I am with you on that because at the end of the day, the man is still a good, handsome looking man. Like I won't say a good, handsome looking man because that
Just a
refers to him
good looking
being
man.
good, but he
Yeah.
is a good looking man who's
hmm
extremely handsome. Like he
I,
could chat.
I knew there was something wrong when Rihanna wasn't with it.
You would think, you would think
That's
that
when I
they would
knew.
make like a perfect couple. You would think,
And especially like with how much he had love for her.
right?
And come to find out they weren't together anymore because he still continued to cheat. Like this man was simping over her incredibly hard. It's like
Right. And he
so
got with Serena like kind of early in his career, in my
yeah.
opinion. And if Serena can't get with you, then it's
Ooh, child. And then he still feel away about that woman
he posted a picture of a picture of him posing with
and
her
her manager.
trainer.
Yeah, or yeah,
Not
trainer.
her trainer, but her agent. Her agent. He posted a
Agent.
picture
Yeah.
with her agent. Like,
Like, sir,
he's
now
so
you officially
butthurt.
stalkerish. You know what I'm
For
saying? That's really
real.
weird. Like, what are you doing, sir? And this shows his lack of maturity. It's so sad.
Very much so.
Robin says that drone video was fake / made up, phony, fraudulent.
Fraudulent.
uh, Bianca says, "Here's my bad, LOL. Uh, you can't. I work on the industry when the autocorrect goes to a housing term. Okie dokie." Robin said the bell bottoms also had historical significance. Yes, I heard.
Mm,
Absolutely. Deanna says he is handsome, but Rihanna dodged him. Show did.
she did.
He fumbled Serena, Rihanna, SZA. It's embarrassing. Yeah,
It
and even
is.
more strippers on top of that, a plethora. And for all we know, he well, from what it sounds like, he really does scroll around on Instagram, flying niggas out and stuff like that. It's sad. God bless him.
Girls getting flued out, honey. Left
Okay.
and right.
hmm
Left and right.
Bianca says he's not like us. That's why those ladies couldn't do him.
Exactly.
Agreed. Robin says they were first run by Navy sailors, said to be easy to roll up, and something else about the water. See, I should have paid better attention. I guess on the Karen Hunter show explained. Yeah, I saw that thing. I don't remember the last part of it, but I saw it. Deanna
Okay.
says, but Drake makes great cabana elevator music. He does, and he
He
needs to stick
does.
to that. God bless him.
Absolutely.
Um, he needs to stick to his lane because trying to be something that he's not is not working, especially with all those accents that he be trying to sell us. God bless him. Robin says, Drake and Common have something in common.
Very much so.
Even women in common. Go ahead.
Right. Anyway, so the verdict is in for Mr. ASAP Rocky. He was found not guilty, y'all. I don't know if everyone
Yay!
saw his reaction to it. It's not the normal reaction you would see from defendants who are on trial. But
It was a good one.
he jumped over the divider that was dividing the litigants from the audience or from the spectators and jumped into Rihanna's arms. I thought it was so sweet. He hugged on his attorneys. It was a beautiful moment. And I did not realize, or it did not make sense to me why he would not have taken the deal. Besides the fact that it would prohibit him from being able to tour the way that he wanted to. It would seclude him to the California area, but also the fact that the star witness, ASAP Relly, would
Ciao.
the man who brought these charges up against him to begin with,
Ciao.
um, would just tank the whole thing.
And I
And
mean tank.
and in an interview, his attorney Joe said that both ASAP and Rihanna told him that they would name their next child ASAP Joe. Not exactly sure how true that is. That could be very, very much true
You never
because
know.
he was facing, almost 20 years in prison if he was
Prison,
found
yeah.
guilty. Like he could have done some serious, serious time if he was found guilty. And once again, that's what made me think, like, why wouldn't he take the deal? But apparently he must not have done it. He must not have done it. Either that or he knew that ASAP really was going to be as much of a disaster and a catastrophe on that stand as he was for those many days that he
Like,
was on the stand.
maybe the lawyer, maybe he was, like, looking at the evidence and all that stuff is like,
Right.
we maybe the lawyer said, "Don't take this. We
Could
can get this."
have.
You know what I'm saying?
We got this. And
And
you know that they got the monies to pay for the best lawyers possible. I'm sure they knew what they
well,
were getting into.
when you have a wife, well, first of all, when you have your own money
Right.
and your lady's a billionaire, I think
A
you're gonna be alright.
billionaire,
I
honey.
think you're gonna be alright. Gave you your own lip gloss and everything. A
Okay.
billionaire. But when I saw that video of him stage diving into the arms of Rihanna
Stage diving, like no second thought. Like he literally turned around and
in
just
court,
jumped into her arms.
he
Like that.
leaped, honey.
And that just shows me how much he loves that woman, like how much he loves that woman, like
Absolutely.
how much he loves her. Like that's because it's not often that you would see a black man doing that for his woman, like doing that towards his woman. Like you don't see that too often. But
And
go
did
ahead,
you see
proceed.
Rihanna's face?
Yes, yes,
She was verklempt. Of
yeah,
course, anybody, because you gotta understand what was
on the line.
on the line there. I'm very happy. I knew it though, because, with paying a little bit of attention, and I wasn't really, like, all in, but with just listening to half of the, um the questions and stuff that while ASAP Rocky was on the, stand, this man was lying, and he even perjured himself. And you should have seen the lawyers going back and forth, fussing and cussing back and forth about, Relly and how it's like you what are we getting from this man? You know what I'm saying?
Was he prepped at all? Like did because I know typically lawyers will prep their witnesses so that they know what questions to probably expect to hear and kind of gauge their answers and tell them what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. I watched this show called Accused, Guilty or Innocent.
Mhm,
That's from A&E, of certain cases that are uncertain whether they were guilty or innocent. And so a lot of times when the defendant takes the stand, they go through this process with their lawyers to do kind
mhm.
of a mock trial to kind of get a gauge on how they would do on the stand. And it seemed like that didn't happen with ASAP really.
I believe they did spend some time with them, but he was lying the whole time. Okay, so, I'll just give you the few things that made me say, "Okay, I think we're gonna be alright." 'Cause
Hmm.
of course, I want Rihanna to have her baby daddy, her
Right.
love with her,
Her
okay?
man.
'Cause I don't believe it was a bad thing. They're saying that
Hmm.
the gun was a prop oh, excuse me, the pew pew was a, prop one, but,
Yeah.
who knows about that? But, really Really's complaint was that he basically shot at and grazed his fingers.
Hmm.
I don't even know how real that is,
Did we get
'cause,
some evidence of a grazed finger? Because typically
I ain't
there's.
seen no pictures or no nothing like that,
Oh,
but,
okay.
whatever. So, like, one of the questions was that Joe was asking about whether or not he had a gun and whether he shot a gun in LA, and he was like, "Nope." And all they had to do was go to Instagram and find him at a shooting range
Play
in LA,
exhibit
a
A,
gun
please.
excuse me, a pew pew, and him shooting that pew 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 in the place where he shoots him at, like,
A range,
a
yes.
range, yes, I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." And another thing that, really made me be like, "Wow, they got this man." They had, um not video recording, but a audio recording of a call that he had with another one of his friends, ASAP Really's friends or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
talking about how, yeah, I'm about to come up, I'm about to get I'm about to get about 30 mil, you know what I'm saying, on him. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Talk
Niggas.
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 And and it's like this, whether he shot him or not, you didn't get shot. Okay.
You're still alive. You're still in
Yeah.
the land of the living. Didn't have
Okay.
to go
God
to the
bless.
hospital. I don't think he had to go
I
to the
didn't hear about it.
hospital.
I didn't hear about any
We saw
hospital
no
bills,
medical records, no
which is
medical
why I
bills.
question the grazing. Okay.
Right.
Look, you didn't get apparently no stitches, no nothing, because he would have bought all that up, right?
Right. Exactly.
But from, I can't say word for word, but from the time that he spent on the stand, ASAP Rally,
Mm-hmm.
he just sounded like a really jealous man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you're making
Yeah.
the case about how you feel about that man versus what he did to you, what we here
Right.
for?
Right. Because it sounds like you want to indict him for what he's no longer to you compared to what he used to be to you. Maybe he done, ain't got that kind of love for you anymore. Maybe he realized who you were, what kind of nigga you was,
Or
and said, maybe I don't need to hang out with that man no more. Like,
or Rihanna told me I need to stop.
if you are the father of these two children, sir, if you go have a piece of these billions, honey, I'm gonna need you to reevaluate your circle.
Okay, especially that one over there.
That one right there. He ain't gonna be around my turn.
Okay, trying to get money.
But
Speaking of money, oh, go ahead.
I'm so happy for ASAP. Like, because I was really worried. I was really worried for him for a little while, but I was, and the joy that I felt when I saw that man leap over that divider into her arms, like, because Rihanna was shocked, initially when he got up on her. Like, I saw her face when he was in her arms, but it's like I've just never seen that expression of relief from a black man to his black woman, and joy and
That's some real
elation.
stuff right
Like,
there.
yes, because typically you're not supposed to react. The judge will typically, before the verdict is read or the sentence is read, they'll say, we don't need any reactions from the gallery. You know what I'm saying? This is a place of order, this is a place of peace. We don't need all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So to see a defendant, in this case ASAP Rocky, just leap into his woman's arms, it's just, oh, love, black love, y'all. It's so beautiful.
Deanna says, "Praise the Lord for ASAP."
Yes.
Augusta says, "I was worried of Price about that, but I'm looking for," and I don't see what else it says. Okay. Deanna says ASAP jumped like Sebastian did off the table in The Little Mermaid.
Okay, because Sebastian was about to be dinner.
Yeah, he was about to be dinner. Yeah, he
Les
wanted him to be dinner.
poissons, les poissons. Oh, I love les poissons.
Miss Kim says, didn't ASAP shoot his homeboy? I need to see the particulars of this case. Child, he
He
ain't doing
allegedly fired at
fired
ASAP
at.
Rocky. Um,
I don't think he
but once
did.
again, ASAP was saying that was a prop pew pew. So,
That's what they're saying.
that's what he said.
Okay. Robin says, Joe Tocapina is a Long Island storied New York criminal defense lawyer. Lots of high profile cases. Let me tell you something. It looked like he was real versed. He ain't mind arguing. He ain't mind going back and forth. He ain't mind getting loud for the next. Ooh, child,
He
yes.
knows how to deal with us, honey. He
Okay.
knows how to deal with us
And
and
other
not get
crazy people.
disrespectful. He never crosses that line. And a
What's
lot of
that?
lawyers have an issue with crossing the line with us, sometimes being
Yeah.
disrespectful towards us. But he was just very loyally with him, and did what he had to do.
And he did it very well. He made that man look stupid. Deanna said The court and the lawyers always push people to plead guilty in order to corner them to paying a fine or serving time, even if they're innocent. It's a business, absolutely.
Right.
And once again, I'm so happy he said no. And so many people from so many stars said, I don't know why he said no to that. And once again, as soon as I saw Relly on the stand, I said, oh, okay, we gonna be all right. Um, Robin says, really may have been prepped by the prosecution, but not on cross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The rule for attorneys is to never ask a question you don't already know the answer to. They also know your
And also, I'm thinking the
comportment.
prosecution did not know what to expect from Joe, because if they did, they probably would have prepped him a little bit better, because they were probably giving him some softball questions when it came to what cross-examination might look like, and they
Mhm.
weren't expecting all the evidence that they, because Joe knew the answers, as Robin said in the comments. Joe knew the answers to the questions he was asking ASAP Relly. He was just wondering what answers he was gonna get from said ASAP Relly.
Mm,
Ciao.
mm, mm, mm. Deanna says cows and goats graze. ASAP don't. Okay.
Okay.
And she also says, right, let's evaluate these Fenty conditions. Okay. Not this. No, not no more. Not these niggas. Dustin says, I was very surprised about that, but they were very happy for him. And I am too. I just want these black people to be happy. Because it's not like he shot him, you know what I'm saying? He just, pew, you
just,
know what I'm saying?
just a little warning. Nah, I
And
mean,
and though the video is damning,
it is.
it you don't see a whole lot else afterwards though. There's still some questions lingering.
And he was able to leave the scene, not in a bag.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. No, this is what gets me, Jonathan.
What?
It's a crime scene and the detective's there, right?
Hmm.
They ain't see any shells, right? How come really the one to come back after them and find them? It don't make sense. It don't come together. I think those are some of the reasons why um uh
His lawyer
Taka
said, "Yeah, don't
Takapina
take that
was
deal.
like,
Don't
don't
do
don't
it.
don't don't no, we're gonna be
Don't
all right.
you? We gonna be a
You
okay.
hold on. I got
Hold
this.
on. Yes. Hold on. We gonna do this.
We gonna do this. I got you.
Okay, I'm getting my you gonna get your money's worth of lawyering from
Okay.
me, honey. Okay.
Okay, I think Takapina was very precise. He was. And to be honest, I need to look for more video on that because I think it would be a lot more entertaining. But because I seen a whole lot of clips, but I think I need to see the whole video just to see how absurd this whole situation was.
And he's about to be a celebrity defense attorney, honey, if he wasn't already.
Yeah,
Celebrity.
he's already big, John. And really, people thinking that really may get locked up for for,
For perjury.
yeah. Miss Kim says I really not an ASAP Rocky fan. I haven't gotten his ignorant comments about Black Lives Matter or George Floyd. Haven't forgotten. Yeah, he has. He said some stupid stuff. Absolutely. The only reason why I'm okay with him is because Rihanna's happy.
And I feel like if he hadn't grown from those experiences of, I don't want to say stupidity,
Because I think
but
he has actually spoken out about that too.
oh, okay. Yeah,
How
if he
his
hadn't grown out of that, then I don't think Rihanna would find herself with that man. Rihanna needs a mature man, because Rihanna is extremely mature herself. So Rihanna needs a mature man who says the right things or knows when to say the right things. And you
he
know,
ain't said nothing stupid since.
no, he has not. Not since he been on her arm, child.
I
Anyways,
think it's with them Fenty conditions. Don't do that. Okay, thank
read
you.
the terms and conditions, sir.
The Fenty
Read
conditions.
these terms and conditions. I'm like terms and conditions. Nobody reads me, honey. Okay. Shout out
Come
to
on.
Got to Be
Yes.
Real. Anyways, so Next on our docket, Jay-Z has filed a lawsuit against attorney Tony Busby. He's the
As
attorney
he should.
that brought the lawsuit against both Jay-Z and Diddy with a Jane Doe, a 14-year-old Jane Doe, alleging them of assault. And he says, and Jay-Z quoted, "I felt that Mr. Busby was placing a pum pum to my head." That I either bow to his demands or endure personal and financial ruin. He also said that he put him in a position of answering his lawsuit or supporting his daughter at the Mufasa premiere because it came out the day, I
The day.
believe, the day of the Mufasa premiere.
Calculated.
So calculated, child. Also, Diddy's lawyers came out and said, we're glad that the lawsuit has been dropped. Again, Tony Busby has dropped the lawsuit. They said that the lawsuit was dropped, and the truth did come out. Jay-Z, I believe, is coming out on top with this lawsuit. Jay-Z is a businessman, and I don't think he would have brought this lawsuit if he didn't have good reason to, and if he did not think that he would have a good chance of winning said lawsuit. It's interesting to me that he didn't that he's not considering the actual Jane Doe herself in this lawsuit, but
Oh no.
but probably because he probably won't get anywhere with that. And it's
I
more
think it's more
meaningful.
because of the way that Tony moved. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that makes
Because,
sense.
that whoever that Jane Doe was, she was telling him, go on this day, put this against them, say this about him. And no, that was a
Right.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm so sad that Jay-Z had to endure that because when I first brought it up in our hot topics a couple of maybe about a month ago or so, I said that for me personally, I don't believe that those accusations are true. Personally, Jay-Z just never seemed like that type of person to do something like that to them. If you're asking about some other actors or rappers or singers, that have that reputation of doing said things, but I've never heard that about well, I've had heard those
Oh, I've heard
accusations
things.
in the past of him, but I personally have never believed that Jay-Z would do something like that. So full Godspeed to Jay-Z. I hope you get everything that you're looking for out of that, and that's basically it's the principle, because Jay-Z don't need the
Hmm.
money, he don't need a win. It's the principle of what you did to me personally, and
So the
I'm
next
going to need
lawyer
you.
can learn.
Exactly. So I'm going to need you to learn a lesson from me in reevaluating the way that you move when you're bringing these lawsuits against these high profile people. So it is what it is. Were you happy to hear that lawsuit was coming out, Jennifer?
Yeah. Well, first, Bianca says, I know Tony is worried about this one. Can you
Okay.
say career is over?
Over.
Smiling with Aaron D got some hearts there. Bianca also says he definitely does. The world was going in on Jay over something that he didn't even know was facts or not. Exactly. That's insane. You don't do people like that.
You
I
don't.
certainly agree with that notion, and that's why I'm just happy everything was dropped, because the story that was being told, it didn't come together as one. Talking about being in Manhattan at a gas station. What gas station?
At
I'm
the
not
age
even
of
from Manhattan.
14 by
At age
yourself with a driver picking you up. It's
This the story didn't come together as one, and you had your father to come pick you up 5 hours away from you, and the father said, "I don't remember that." Oh, you gonna remember picking up your 14-year-old daughter that's 5 hours away from you?
by herself, all by her lonesome.
I have no problem with believing victims, but if your story sounded like that, I don't know
Yeah,
what to say, baby.
I don't
Um,
know.
Deanna says PR reps might say any more public consideration for the Jane Doe could be could be misconstrued as an admission of guilt. Exactly. But yeah, and of course that's another reason why you don't need to be. He wouldn't have to, shouldn't need to come after her.
Right.
It's that lawyer, especially the way that he did it. Miss Kim says, "Jay-Z doesn't strike me as the kind of man to do that to someone." Yeah.
Not to me, no.
Yeah, I don't see it. And Robin says, "Not going after Jane Doe because of the, deep pockets theory. Go where the money is. Plus, didn't, Busby advertise for, plaintiffs via, yep. Is that him? The 1-800 number?
I'm not sure.
I
Wouldn't
don't think it
surprise me
was
though.
him. Well, maybe it was Busby. But somebody did. But it wasn't for Jay-Z though. I know there was a number for um what's his face?
For Diddy?
Diddy, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Deanna said yes he did. Oop,
Mm,
beep boop.
ciao.
Boop boop boop.
Anyways, our last story on the docket.
The last one.
It is. We only got 4 minutes left, honey. Comedian Godfrey. For those of you, I can't tell you what he's been on because I don't know what he's been on. I
But we've
can't.
seen him a lot.
We've seen him a lot. Yes, Comic View.
Mhm.
Comic View. Yes, I can say that. He was on Comic View once or twice, maybe. He seemingly exposes that that late actor James Avery, well known as Uncle Phil, and Reginald Bell Johnson, known as Carl Winslow, were both allegedly gay, saying that they were old school gays. Personally, I do not promote or accept or ride for or condone, rather, that's the
Mhm.
word I was looking for, outing people,
Mhm.
whether you have the information or not. Now he might, whether now I don't know whether he has this and he knows this for sure, because this is strictly off of speculation, because I truly doubt that either one of these legendary actors told that man, hey, I'm gay, don't tell nobody. I'm pretty sure that he does not have solid evidence of these claims that he is making. And it's people like this, and this is no shade to Godfrey, but people like this who will say things like this to get a click and a view and to get some clout and to get some, to get some notoriety of giving us something that some of us may have been thinking of in the past, but he brings it to light to make it valid. I personally don't know if this is true or not. I personally do not care if this is true or not. God bless the dead as far as James Avery is concerned. He was an excellent actor. Shout out to Reginald Bell Johnson. I love that man as Carl Winslow. He was the perfect father, the perfect Black father for Family Matters. And do I think he might be part of the LGBTQ plus community? Sure. Okay. Yes or no. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. That man is living his own life. He's doing his own thing. Let people live. And Scrappy came out earlier this week also telling rappers out here, y'all, if y'all gay, just come out. Just come out. Like, let people do their own thing. Let people live their own lives. And they're saying these things as if we are still not looked down upon to a certain extent, as if
Oh,
they're saying this as if we are widely accepted. And yes, we are accepted in some circles, but there are still some other circles where we are not accepted. And so, therefore, that is the reason why everyone does not feel so free to be out here and yelling to the mountaintops that they are gay, because they will still be looked down upon from certain people. And certain people don't want to have to go through that mess because it is mess. So Godfrey, it doesn't matter. We don't care. Doesn't make us no never mind. It does not affect our lives in any way, shape, or form. It does not, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I don't know why he felt the need to do this once again. Probably doing it for a click and a view, probably doing it for a little bit of clout, saying that he got some tea on these famous actors. Yeah, who cares? Who cares?
who cares?
Jennifer, what's your response to that?
Child, first of all, as soon as I saw a little bit of what was going on, I scrolled past it
Right.
of what he was saying because it's literal foolishness. Okay?
Foolishness.
This is not a story. Okay? People have been there have been rumors about the both of them being homosexual for a very long time. W- and we need Godfrey to confirm these allegations.
Of all people.
Child.
We need a reliable source, honey.
And
Okay.
then let's be real. We talking about people that's grown, that's in they excuse me, that has gone to glory and one in his golden years. Like, look, it don't wait. It doesn't matter. If you're gonna try to out somebody and be, like aim high. You know what I'm
Ah, yes.
saying? Aim higher because it's stupid to me. And even if they are, because it could be, who knows?
Who knows?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Cause who trying to get with them? Once again, one has gone to glory. The other's in his golden years, enjoying his life. Just got off
Just got off Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
Last year. Like, come on, like
And to me, that's disrespectful. Outing someone or
incredibly.
attempting to out someone is so disrespectful. It's
No matter what
so
age they are,
disrespectful. No matter what
it's
age
not your
they are,
place.
no matter what level of celebrity they are on, that is their business. That
But
is their business.
this takes me back to when the dude that was with Khaled outed
Yes.
him, and
Right.
it's like let's be real. That story was such a flop. Like,
Such a flop. And
you know what
it's
I'm
like,
saying?
are you expecting to get praise for this revelation of sort? Because
Okay,
all he got was flack, and he ended up having to. I think he deleted his Instagram.
absolutely. I bet you
Deleted
he thought he would
things.
get interviews and all that. Chop,
He got nothing. He got nothing. All we
because
got
it's
out of that was an
disrespect.
apology from him.
It's disrespect.
Disrespectful.
And that's his life. The only reason why anybody would need to know is if you in their presence
And
and
you're
you by the
interested.
F.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you like? Are you attracted to
Are
this?
you attracted to men's, honey? Do you like men's,
Do you like
honey?
men's?
Do you
Okay.
like men's?
Anyway, Bianca says once or twice with the side eyes, the shade, Jonathan. Uh, Deanna says outing is a no
A no,
no.
no is exactly right, Deanna.
So you get hit. Robert says, "Wild out is where I've seen Godfrey most." Speaking of trying to out people, I've seen people go to glory out from outing people.
That's true.
Remain cool, okay? Please
Please.
keep it mind your business. Bianca says, because even if they are, who cares? Like, what was his point bringing it up? That's the question.
Or what?
For what? Deanna says they were and are amazing actors. Leave American Black TV fathers alone. Exactly.
Alone.
And shoot, even if they were, you know what I'm saying, whether they are or not, they were acting. You know what
Why
I'm
does
saying?
it matter? Why does and specifically why does it matter to you?
Hmm. Kind of makes you wonder, why do you care?
Why?
Deanna says, and leave Sherman Hensley out of it too. They were trying to say that about him too.
Okay.
And when I heard, I was like, hmm. Miss Kim says James Avery was married. Reginald VelJohnson has never discussed his personal life. If these men were and are gay, who cares? What's Godfrey's situation? I've never seen him with any woman.
Never. I've never seen him with a woman. Never.
Boy, I tell you, thank you for the heart smiling with Aaron D. Bianca says, Miss Kim, have you seen what he looked like? The woman nor the man want his.
Child.
Robert says, I wonder what the reaction would be if we started outing heterosexuals. After a time, folks might see how ridiculous and invasive it is.
Right.
Maybe I should come out to you guys one day. I
One
don't know if I
day.
want to. I don't know if I want to tell you the story. Um, Dustin says, "Have a good night. I love you all. Good
Good
night,
night, Dustin.
Dustin."
Love you too.
Everybody says good night to Dustin. Deanna says, "Was it Godfrey in Fat Girls playing Monique's sidekick love interest?" Yes.
Oh, I never even saw Fat Girls.
Yes, you ain't no way you've never seen Fat Girls. That thing with Monique and she get with a African man,
I've never
an
seen it.
African doctor.
I've
Jonathan,
always known of it, but I never had any interest because of the. If you've seen the cover of Fat Girls and that wig that Monique has on her head, I said, okay, you know what? I don't know
I need
if
you
I
to see
need.
the movie. It is
Okay,
it's a
it's
cute
good.
romantic comedy. It's so cute. I every time I think it was on Lifetime a whole lot, and I'd
Mm,
watch it every time it came on. It's good from the top to the bottom.
okay, okay,
And you know what's gonna happen, but it was funny. It was really funny. I really enjoyed it. Of course, Monique was being her Monique self, and
right.
it was good. Um, yeah, Fat Girls. Oh, saying good night. Bianca says, "I've never seen it either, Jonathan." Oh, you're not the only ones.
All right.
Watch it. Get yourself some wine and watch it. Deanna says it's funny. It's one of those movies like sometimes you have a movie on, you know what happens throughout the whole thing, and you just watch it over and over.
Yeah.
I've watched that movie so many times. That's how. Now it's not as top tier as Boomerang at all,
Okay. Okay.
but it's like, what movie would I compare this with? Just just a cute little movie, nothing too serious.
Yeah. Little
Um,
like little yang
a
around the
little
house.
But I watch it though, because it's fun.
Okay.
This is one time she orders some food from this it's called Fat A Word Burger, I think it's
Oh.
called,
Okay.
and people have taken that clip a lot. Let me get a this and that and have like a whole. It was a long behind order.
With the diet something.
I don't even think it was a diet, but her cousin, which is smaller, let me get a skinny this, a skinny this, but she was getting a fat this, fat burger, fat fries. But what happened was the dude that was taking the order was trying to Jones on her,
Mm.
but I think she ended up hurting his feelings from, going back and forth with her.
Ooh.
It was a good movie, good movie, good movie. She's having trouble at her job and everything, but she ended up falling for the man, but her insecurities kind of. I'm about to tell you the whole thing. Sorry.
It's
Uh,
okay. Yeah, don't be like me because I'll be giving everything
tell you
away
the whole
all the
thing.
time. Yeah.
Get my comment about Godfrey. I think I did, didn't I? I did.
Looking for the comment.
I did.
Looking for the comment.
If I didn't, repost it for me, Miss Kim. And I did. Miss Kim. All right. Bianca says I don't see another one, Miss Kim. Yeah, I don't see it either. Oh Lord. Miss Kim says the gargoyle.
Ooh.
Mm,
That one
yes,
burned, Miss Kim. That one
yes.
burned, honey. That was
Bianca said,
deep.
Miss Kim.
That was a deep cut, Miss Kim. That was a deep cut, honey.
Smiling with Air D says I like the not too serious, just a good time. That's what that movie is. Fat Girl.
Okay, gotcha.
Not too serious, just a good time. You see how we reacted to Miss Kim's saying gargoyle? We just see we y'all could take us out in the public. We know how to act.
We do. We do. Thank y'all so much for joining us this evening for another night of Hot Topics and social commentary. Jennifer, why don't you give us your social media contacts real quick?
Sure, go ahead and follow me at the Light of the Leo. That's on Instagram. That's on YouTube. I have my YouTube channel. We go live at 9 every single Monday. And what else? Oh, TikTok, Light of the Leo, and also the Light of the Leo on Discord if you would like to connect with me there as well. Please go ahead and meet us for Faithful Warrior Ministries. You can be there with us for prayer at 10-ish a.m. every single Saturday. We are faithful with it. No matter what's going on in our lives, we do come together and we make sure to pray. Um, did I have anything else? That's it.
Cool beans. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHANLEE07. Thank y'all so much, so much for joining us this evening. I love the banter that we have here. You guys make this show. Like you, the viewers, y'all make this show, because otherwise it's just be me and Jennifer talking up a storm for an hour. And we make y'all a part of the show. So thank y'all for participating with us. Thank you guys for being down there in the chats. I love you guys for watching. Join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until then, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Try to stay warm out there, because it's cold out that door, y'all. It
Yes,
is
it is.
cold out that door. So
Yes, it
y'all stay
is.
bundled up. We don't need no flu. We don't need no colds. We don't need no nothing like that. Stay prayed up as well, especially if you are getting on the plane. Stay prayed up, y'all.
And let us know
Stay
if you need us to
prayed
pray for
up.
you now. Send us an email to Gmail. Faithful Warrior Ministries at gmail.com.
I was about to say it, but I knew it was coming from you, so I just kept my mouth closed. Anyways, love you guys for watching. Join us next week. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Love y'all for watching.